Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Bruce Robbins, whose record is 3-4 with a 5.37 ERA. And pitching for the Yankees today is Stefan Wever, whose record is 7-6 with a 3.35 ERA. Okay, so we broke the two-game losing streak yesterday, getting the win over the Yankees, 6-3. Brock had a home run. Gibby had a home run. He hit his 10th. And Dave Rozema pitched good enough to get the win. He's got 8 victories on the season. Rucker got himself his 11th save. Yes, that's correct. And also, maybe most important of all of those things, Rickey Henderson got another stolen base, 3 in a row he's been successful on. So maybe he's turned the corner. He's over 50% in stolen bases right now, so we feel pretty good about that. We have a interesting matchup today, wrapping up the 3-game series versus the Yankees. We got Bruce Robbins on the mound, who has not been very good of late, and he's facing the Yankees ace, Stefan Wever. Now, Bruce has had some success against the Yankees. They are only batting 173 against him in 57 plate appearances, the current Yankees in this lineup. And if you take a look here, you'll see all of the bullpen is available today. Then we have kind of a matchstick lineup here against the pitcher Stefan Wever. We're going to take out Trammell, listed as tired once again. Parrish, we need to give him a day off anyway. Look how low his rating is now. It's down to 76. And again, this was Lance Parrish's best season of his career. In real life, he had 32 home runs. And although he is batting around 300, he is not anywhere near that home run rate. So Wagner will be in there at short, and Bobby Ramos will be getting another start at catcher. We moved Gibby back into the field, into left field, so we could have his bat in the lineup today. And we put Reggie in there at DH instead of Gibby. So the outfield shifts around, and hopefully Gibby can play a solid left field for us. Here is the Tigers' official lineup rundown for today. Let's go ahead and give you the logs so you can see what they've done in their last 20 games. Okay, for example, if you're not familiar with this card, it shows here their total over the last 20 games. And you can see here, I think this is their current batting average. So, at any rate, here's Sweet Lou leading off and playing second base. Batting second in center field today is Rickey Henderson. Batting third at first base is Greg Brock. Batting cleanup at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting sixth in right field is Andre Dawson. Batting seventh in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting eighth and catching is Bobby Ramos. And finally, batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Mark Wagner. Stefan Wever on the mound. Take a look at him real quick here. Certainly not having a season as good as his first two. He's only 7-6, 33-11 in his career, thanks to those first 2 excellent seasons. ERA's at 3.35, so pretty reasonable. And opponents are betting 2.15, which is excellent. He has 67 Ks in 113 innings pitched, but the walks are the killer, averaging a walk every other inning, it looks like. He has 3 complete games, 1 shutout. His fastball is right around 92, but actually his curve is just as good as his fastball, and all 3 of his pitches are above average. So pretty solid pitcher, probably why he's the ace of the staff right now. His overall rating is 90, and he hasn't even peaked yet. So we'll see if Weaver's got the goods today against Detroit. There's the defensive alignment for the Yankees, because we do have a left-hander on the mound, Robbins. Dayett will be in there at third base. And he's the only defensive difference against the left-hander. So here is Sweet Lou leading off against Stefan Wever. And Lou in a slump. Hit all those home runs. Has a ground ball to second. 1 out. Rickey Henderson up next. He had his 16th stolen base yesterday. Slow roller to short. That's an infield single. Do we go? Let's take a look at the percentage. 77%. How can we say no to that? I think we have to let Brock swing away, and then we'll go with 2 outs. So we're going to let Brock swing here. Swang it. Oh, it's a good call on my part. 2-run shot into right center field. The 10th home run of the season for Greg Brock, the Brockness monster. Tigers are up 2-0 with Mickey Hatcher up. Hatcher batting .321 after he grounds out to second. And here's Reggie. Always seems to do well in pinch hitting roles and never seems to have actually a good start. Lines out to short. And the Tigers are on top after the first half of the first inning. We go to the bottom half. Here is the lineup for the Yankees today. We'll give you a look at their log. And Willie Randolph, he's leading off playing second base. Batting second and left is Don Reynolds. Batting third in right field is Claudell Washington. Batting cleanup at third base is Brian Dayett. Batting fifth at first base is Rick Leach. Batting sixth and catching is Ron Hassey. Batting seventh and DHing today is Dennis Werth. Batting eighth in center field is Lee Mazzilli. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Ivan De Jesus. Here is Bruce Robbins. A lot of lefties in the Yankees lineup. We'll see if he can put something good together for him. He went 5 2/3 in his last start, which is actually pretty decent. With only 1 strikeout. He won his start before that, and then had lost a bunch in a row there with some no decisions mixed in. This is his 15th start. By the end of this month, he'll have tied his career high in starts. He is probably going to be the pitcher that's on the way out when Dan Petrie comes back. Even right now with Petrie on the IL for another month, he has the highest rating of any pitcher on our staff. Dan Petrie does. So I'm curious to see what he's going to be like when he gets back in the rotation. There's the Tigers lineup defensively. And here's Willie Randolph leading off against Bruce Robbins. And a base hit to left. So the Yankees start off with a base hit, Randolph on first. We have, behind the plate, we have Ramos, and he's got a good arm. It's rated 86, so that's well above average. Maybe we can keep them at bay today. Oh, he gets picked off by Robbins. The lefty catches him sneaking off first base and guns him down. Nicely done. Base is empty now for Don Reynolds, and he drops it into left center field for a hit. So back-to-back hits. Good thing we picked off Randolph at first. Here's the first lefty in the lineup. Washington batting .207 versus other lefties. Popping it up to Whitaker. We had 3 errors in yesterday's game. I didn't mention that in the rundown, but our defense has been pretty shaky lately. As Dayett lines it down the left field line for a RBI double. Reynolds scores from first. That is Dayett's first double of the season. He's a platoon third baseman with Jim LaFave. Joe LaFave. His dad was Jim LaFave. His dad was Rookie of the Year. I don't know if anybody knew that for the Dodgers. Okay, Rick Leach, another lefty, flying out to center field. Play is made by Henderson. And the Yankees get 1 of the runs back. It's 2-1. 3 hits in that inning for the Yankees as well. We go to the top of the second. Here's Andre Dawson, and I don't know if you saw in the lineup rundown, but I want to point this out real quick. He hasn't had a hit in forever. 369, that's 13, 23. He's over his last 23 at least. So we need him to get right as he pops up 0 for 24. Foul ground on the third base side. Dayett makes the play. Next up is Gibby, 2 for 16 against Wever. He's got a home run. He had a home run yesterday. Here he walks. 1 down, Gibby on first. We're not quite ready to steal with Gibby. Ramos popping it up on the infield, carrying to the outfield grass. De Jesus makes the play. Okay, so now we're going to steal with Gibson. 73% chance here. Let's see how he does. And he's caught stealing. Okay, so we run ourselves out of that situation there. Gibby, I think it should be mentioned here, 8 of 14, so he's not even doing that well. Okay, so here's Ron Hassey leading off against Bruce Robbins, bottom of the second. Striking him out on an inside pitch. Robbins has a great fastball. I think it tops out at, 93. He went all fastballs against Hassey. And then Dennis Werth grounds out to Sweet Lou. And then Lee flies up to center field. And that'll do it. 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the third with Mark Wagner leading off. Wagner was in the box when Gibby got thrown out. And his average starting to come back down to what a reasonable percentage would be for a backup infielder, down to 373 now. And then Lou gets a base hit to right. There we go. Third Tigers hit. Runner on first is Rickey. Rickey strikes out looking. First K for Wever. And Greg Brock, who is on fire right now, goes the opposite way. Is that going to fall in for a hit? It will be caught by Reynolds. For the third out, we go to the bottom of the third. De Jesus, Randolph, and Reynolds up. Due up, all three are righties. Here's Ivan De Jesus. Slaps it the other way. Put a jolt into it, 317 feet. So basically on the warning track for right field. It's 1 down. Randolph popping it up to first. Brock, he made one of the errors yesterday. Makes the play there. Then Robbins walks Don Reynolds. Runner on first for Claudell Washington, and Robbins strikes him out. Second K. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-1 Detroit. We got Hatcher, Reggie, and Hawk. Sticky Mickey, base hit up the middle. Gets the inning off on the right foot. Now Reggie's 0 for 7 with a walk against Wever. We're going to let him swing away. This could be a double play situation. Oh yeah, tailor-made. 6-4-3. Just like they would have drew it up. And then Dawson, of course, is a ground out. What are we going to do with Dawson? I think it was Dave that said Dawson's reminding him of Adam Dunn in Dunn's time with the White Sox. But Dunn was a DH. At least Dawson can play a solid outfield as Dayett pops it up on the infield. Ramos makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Leach. Whoa, Leach hits it pretty deep to center field. Short of the warning track, 367 feet. 2 down, and then Hassey. There's a base hit. That's the first hit since the first inning for the Yankees. Hassey on first with 2 down for Dennis Werth. And Robbins gives him a sweet one up high and inside, but He flies out to Gibby in left, and that'll do it. We're going to the 5th inning. Pretty fast-moving game so far. 2-1 Detroit. Gibby leading off, and he's got another walk. So we're going to try to sack bunt him over with Ramos. Play a little small ball. It pops it up. Come on. Now will Gibby be thrown out for the second time? Odds are he's going to make it, right? Curveball, and there's a stolen base. There we go. So Gibby's 1 for 2 today on stolen base opportunities. In scoring position for Mark Wagner. Wags is due. He'll move Gibby to third with the ground ball to Randolph. And it will be up to Lou to drive him in. Lou's 7 for 20 against Wever in his career. And he pops it straight up on the infield. Randolph makes the play. So we strand another runner. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1. And this is the inning where Robbins usually starts to be led astray. Mazzilli base hit up the middle. Robbins just struggles with the 5th inning. We have to assume the bunt is coming. We're going to pull third base in. Catcher's in on the grass. And Robbins walks him. Yep, this is where it falls apart. Okay, we'll pull the outfield in. Randolph doesn't have any power. Hits a lot of doubles, though, so this could go against us here. Ground ball to first. Cannot turn 2. The only play was to first as Brock steps on the bag. So second and third, one down, and we have to pull the infield in. Now I could just walk Reynolds to get to Washington and hope for a double play, but I think we need to play this out. Oh, he's going to walk him anyway. I mean, that's not the worst thing that could happen. I don't like to be in this jam. But at least it's lefty on lefty, and Washington, batting 200, has struck out a couple times versus Robbins. So we're going to play the infield at normal depth and try to go for 2. And that'll make it so much worse. As he walks in the tying run, he's walked 3 of the last 4 batters. This would be the time for me to pull him out of there, but we got a righty up and then more lefties, so we really need to try to get through this inning. As Brian Dayett steps in, pulled the infield in, and he's going to get a sac fly. I think it's deep enough. It is, of course. 3-2 Yankees. Robbins pooping the mound out there right now. And then a ground ball by Leach to second. And that'll get the Tigers out of the inning. As I mentioned, that's the inning where he usually falls apart, and he did not disappoint. Stefan Wever, at 69 pitches, strikes out Rickey. There's 1 down. Brock is up next. I feel like if we don't hit home runs, we don't get a rally going. We have too many batters now that are struggling. Oh, gosh, a 1-2-3 inning with 2 Ks in that inning for Wever. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We're going to see if Robbins can get Hassey, and then we're going to go to the righty. Rips it to right. Nice play by Dawson. 93 pitches for Robbins. He won't factor in the victory at this point. We're going to bring in Dave Patterson. Patterson came back, pitched yesterday for the first time in the majors in quite a while, and he gave up a run. So we're going to get him back out there for some more work. He's going to face Dennis Werth, and Werth gets a base hit. 6 hits for the Yankees. Lee Mazzilli's up. Mazzilli batting .301 versus righty. Strikes out. Good job. 2 down. Here's Ivan De Jesus, and he nibs it back to Patterson. Patterson tosses him out. So the Yankees are making a defensive change. They're putting Rupert Jones into left field. They did that in the first game of the series. So they do that when they're ahead in the 7th, which makes That makes sense, I guess, if you're going to do it. Reggie up. Reggie walks. We're taking Reggie out of the game for a pinch runner. And that runner is going to be Eddie Miller. You have to come up with a nickname for Eddie Miller. Eddie the Eagle? I don't know what that's to do with baseball. Eddie Miller's on first. He's definitely not going to fly. He could fly like an eagle, right? He's got a 90 speed. We're going to hit and run with Dawson. I mean, he is capable of that. Ground ball to short. Miller was running, so he's safe at second. And now Gibby's got a shot here to drive in the tying run. Sharply hit ball to short. Could not get through it. Miller, maybe against his better judgment, he moves on to third base. And Ramos is batting now with a chance to drive in the run, and he does not. It's 4 Ks for Wever. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 3-2. I guess we're leaving Miller in there at the DH role. And Willie Randolph will be the last batter for Patterson to face. And he pops it up. Sweet Lou back on the grass for this first out. Okay job there by Patterson. Good bounce back game. We're going to bring in Keith Comstock. Also gave up a run yesterday. Tommy's going to have to go after Rupert in his first plate appearance, and then Claudell. There we go. Good job by Kami striking out Rupert. 1 down. Here's Claudell. And Claudell pops it up in between Brock and Whitaker. And Whitaker makes the play. So good job by the bullpen. We go to the top of the 8th. We have to get something going here. Here's Wagner leading off the inning. And a base hit up the middle. Good job by Wags. Getting us started. Back to the top of the lineup now with Lou. We definitely are going to hit and run with Lou. Ground ball to third. That'll move Wagner up. All right, now we need Henderson to come through here. We didn't. I forgot to switch over to the in-game stats. So Rickey is 1 for 3 with 2 Ks. And we got to let him swing away. Oh, man. Struck out for the 3rd time. Remember early in the season when Henderson struck out 4 times, and I went through and I actually looked up every time in his career that he had struck out 4 times in a game? It only happened once. And then Brock grounds out. Damn it. Oh, an error by the shortstop. De Jesus will tie the ball game up. They're giving it away. Well, we'll take it. Brock on first. Here's Hatcher. Sharp ground ball to third. And another error. Okay. Again, if this were happening to me, I would be so pissed off right now. But it's actually happening to them, and it still really bothers me. I have to admit, it's annoying. But at least it's annoying in our favor. Okay, so Goose is coming into the game, and Wever can only get the loss here. Goose is the setup man. He's not the closer. 3-1, 2.16 ERA, 23 Ks and 33 innings pitched. I remember thinking Goose had a good fastball. I guess it's rated in 91, but it says his fastball is between 86 and 88. So maybe not as much pop as we thought. And can't in good conscience, with the game on the line, let Eddie Miller bat. We're going to bring in Kevin Bass, switch hitter. He'll bat lefty. And a big chance here for us to take the lead. A 1 count and a slow roller past the mound. And that'll do it. All right. Well, we tied up at 3. And I guess that is something. We're going to take Comstock out, and we're going to bring in Rucker. So that means Wever would get the opportunity to be the closer today. Rucker gets out righties well, and he does sometimes struggle versus lefties. So we're going to take our chances here with the right-handers. 0 for 2 against Rucker. And he strikes him out. I don't know how or why, but Rucker is excellent against right-handers. All fastballs, too. He just gave him the heat. One down. Here's Rick Leach. Leach pulls it into right. Easy play for Dawson. 2 down. Here is last year's MVP, Ron Hassey, batting .241 versus lefties, and he walks them. Okay. All right. Wow, Werth bats .302, but Rucker just dominates righties. I guess we have to guard the lines against an extra base hit. Unless he puts it over the wall, there's nothing we can do about that. Here we go, 2 down, runners on first. And he was caught stealing the catcher. That must have been a missed hit and run sign. As Hassey was thrown out, stealing second base. What a blunder. We go to the top of the ninth, all tied at 3. Goose is still in there, only threw 2 pitches. And Dawson will lead off the inning. And base hit for Hawk. There we go. Rally monkey time. No. So we have Dawson on first. We have Gibby up. Shoot. We got to let Gibby swing. Oh, Gibby and Goose. Gibby always swings on Goose. Boom. There we go. Base into center field. Gibson owns him. Do we go for the extra base? I'm going to say no. Lee Mazzilli is a Gold Glove winner. So we're going to say no. We've got Ramos. They're not pulling in the infield. We did try to sack him last time. Oops. And he blew it. Let's see if we can drop it down this time. Oh, right back to the pitcher. Was that a line drive? Oh, shit. A line out, back to Goose, and Dawson was caught napping at second. Not really Dawson's fault. That was a terrible bunt. And now Gibby's got to steal. That's the only thing we can do. Get back in this scoring position, and Gibson's thrown out. So Gibson's 1 for 3 on the day. And now the Yankees have a chance to win this ball game. We're bringing in our closer. Roger Weaver's 1 for 4 on 1 and 4 on the season. He's got 9 saves, 1 bluey, and opponents are betting 194 against him. He does get righties out pretty well for a right-hander. All right, so Dennis Werth 0 for 1 with a walk in his career against Wever, and Werth pops it up. Wags makes the play, 1 down. Here is Lee Mazzilli. Probably should have went on that base hit, sending Gibson to whoever it was to third. 2 down. Here's Ivan De Jesus. And a good job by Wever as Whitaker tosses him out. We've got some free baseball. We go to the top of the 10th. Here's Wags. We do have Trammell on the bench, but he is resting. We need to give him his rest. And Wags comes through with his second hit of the ball game. Maybe player of the game. Do we want to go for 2? We do not. Okay, we're going to do like last time. We're going to hit and run once again. Goose has given up 3 hits so far. Hasn't struck out anybody. Oh, Whitaker pounds it right into the dirt, and an error by Hassey. 3rd error by the Yankees. And now it's Rickey. So, first and second, they're trying to give it to us. And if they're going to give it to us, Rickey's going to take it. Rickey, base hit to right. Maybe not. Oh, you son of a bitch. Claudell Washington caught it, but Wags tags up and goes to third. And now the Brockness monster coming up from the depths. We have Wags with an 82 speed. He should score on any of these outfielders. Oh, maybe not Rupert, though, because Rupert's in there instead of... So anybody but Rupert, he should score easily. So we set sack fly. Hopefully not a double play. Oh, no! Brockness monster. Oh, what happened there? They couldn't turn two. And the run scores? What? Unbelievable. Well, we'll take it. 4-3, Detroit leads now. Sticky Mickey puts a ground ball to second, and that'll do it. So the Tigers take the lead. We're going to have Wever face Randolph, and then we're going to bring in Capizzello to close the game out. Cappy mows down lefties, so we feel good about that possibility. But we're going to try to keep Hume out of the game. We're going to give Wever one more out. He's only threw 6 pitches. Defensively, we're okay, right? Okay. Here we go. Willie Randolph. Sharp line drive right at Brock. Brock snags it. One down. Good job by Wever. Weaver's ERA is under 2, folks. That's pretty damn good. Okay, here's Cappy. Pretty much used every pitcher in the bullpen. Capizzello is awesome. He's an unsung hero. Take a look at his splits. Lefties bat 167 against him. Career, only 1 home run he's ever given up against a left-hander. I'd love to know who that was. Maybe our archivist can look into that here at Brainiac Baseball headquarters. Okay, here's Rupert Jones. Now, Jones is 2 for 8 against Cappy. So he has a couple of hits. Ground ball to first. Brock steps on the bag. We are down to our final out here with Claudell Washington 0 for 1 with a walk. A number back to Cappy. Capizzello over to first. Tigers win 4-3. That is a nice victory. Yankees really gave it to us, though, with those 3 errors. We'll take it. Another victory. Let's take a look at the standings, and we'll talk a little bit about what we have coming up against the White Sox. 3.5 up on Baltimore. They're hanging around. New York has fallen to 6 games back. They're going to be there in the end, though, I have a feeling. Take a look at the transactions. Harry Chapass is going to miss 3 months because of his cervix. 107 days. He wasn't playing much for the Sulks. And then Mike Eden decided to retire. And in our 2 sim seasons, he got plenty of opportunity for some reason. I guess he just had enough. Look at that. Last year, he had the most at-bats he'd ever had. 346 at-bats. He only batted 228. So not great, but he retires, age 33, maybe. He had his reasons. Okay, let's pull up the box score. Well, take a look here at the calendar. So we go home. We're going to face the White Sox. Now we have 3 robot races left. We're at the final 4. Tomorrow we'll have our first robot race, and that will send that victor to the finals, and then we'll have the other final 4 matchup the next day. We'll have a day off, and then we'll have the grand finale robot race on the 23rd. If you are not caught up on that, we are giving away a Raleigh Fingers autograph portrait with certificate of authenticity, so a Hall of Fame pitcher autograph. Second place is a 1973 Raleigh Fingers near mint baseball card, pulled right from a rack pack. And third prize is, of course, Raleigh Fingers trimmed mustache hair. Player of the game, Brock hit a home run, and he technically drove in the game-winning run. So I think we have to give it to Brock over Mark Wagner, who really scored the go-ahead run, and both times in the 8th and the 10th, he started off the rally with the base hit. So he deserves some special attention, but we're going to give it to Brock because Brock is on a serious roll now. 3 RBIs today. Roger Wever gets the win in relief. He goes to 2-4. Don't bring me down. Bruce had another mediocre start. And George Capizillo gets his first save of the season. He was our closer last year for a period, so he's not unfamiliar with saves. Goose takes the loss. He's 3-2 on the year. And that's going to do it. Okay, so we're going to see you tomorrow back in Detroit against the White Sox, the first American League West team we have seen all year. Until then, everyone, have a great night.